Okay, I want to go over a euro dollar trade setup. It is March 30th, 2016. Okay, first of all, we are looking for a move to the very top or the very bottom of the charts for the best trading setup. So, what I see here is we have a top over here, and then we've added top right here. Remember, it needs to be a double top at a minimum, double bottom, triple top, triple bottom, area of congestion, head and shoulders top, head and shoulders bottom. You get the message. Never just a single top, though. I don't like to trade those. Those are not real good to trade. But anyways, the trade that I want to point out is this right here. I think I mentioned it on my wall. I did not take it, but I think I did mention it. I don't even remember. It's been crazy the last couple weeks here. I'm trying to get my course done. But I want to point this out because you have a potential setup right now, and I kind of want to go over it. But anyways, the first thing you have here is the double top area right over here. The market may see that as resistance where my cursor's at, or it may see that as resistance up here. So anywhere in between would be a good place to get into the market, although the top level would be much better. For that reason, if you were to short maybe 3 lots, you'd probably want to put 1 lot short here, 2 up here, with your stop about 1.5 to 2 bars above that in case of a stop run. So you would have got in, hopefully, if you know the way I trade and you're watching the higher time frames, 1 lot right up here, which would have been $1.1337. Barely hit it, and then it came down. We went from $1.13 all the way down to about $1.1150. So you're talking more than 200 pips there on 1 lot. That's about $2,000 in the euro. So that was a good trading setup. Again, you had a double top over here. Price came all the way down to the bottom of your chart and then came back up. This is a golden setup. The further the move off of the top, the more likely it's going to hold up when you come back to retest it. If this move would have been down just to here and then back up, it would have been a no-go because the pullback wasn't significant. The more significant the pullback, the more likely you're going to see success on the trade. That goes for any time frame from the 15-minute all the way up to the daily or the weekly chart. So keep that in mind. So the other thing that I want to note is sometimes I teach you guys on the waves. You're going to see that in the new course a little bit more than the old, but you have 1 push-up, pullback, 2nd push-up, pullback, 3rd push-up. You could probably even draw a trend line up here. I'm not sure where it's going to lead us, but not exactly. By the way, you can change the way these work. Hold on 1 second. Trendline properties, go to parameters, ray. Okay, there we go. That way it's like that instead of an annoying line. But not exactly a trend line that I'd be looking to trade off of, but you get the point. You have 1 push-up, pullback, 2 push-up, 3. A lot of times the 3rd one, you're going to see a significant pullback. The 4th one, you have to be careful. This is in my new course, and I'll explain why on that. But I'm not going to go over that in this video. But the thing you may be noticing right now is we are pushing back up into that resistance. So is this a tradable level? I think this is a pretty good level. I think there's a good chance we may consolidate up here and fall, but it's not something that I'm willing to take, and I'm going to show you why. This pullback off of that level was not very significant. You only saw a pullback maybe 1/3 of your screen. In order for me to trade off of this, I would need to have a pullback at least down to here. The first test of an area on your chart is always the best one. So we're kind of, what may happen here is we could actually see 1, 2, 3, a retest of the top and then a big collapse. That is very possible here, but I'm not going to risk it. So I'm staying out of the trade. But I know there may be some people that are tempted to take this because we are retesting a major area. Like I said, it may work, but I'm staying out because the pullback here was not very significant. So it does not qualify for my trades. Again, you can kind of bend my rules a little bit and take some trades, and you'll probably have a good 70 to 80% success rate. but I only trade the ones that are absolutely perfect, and that's how I'm able to maintain a 90% success rate on my trades. So, but that is the trade that I want to show you again today. This was the level to watch. I'm not so much interested in it anymore. The other thing you want to notice on this is how many bars we were from the moving average when we hit this level. Had we hit the top level, we would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 bars. If you take my course, you know what that's all about, and that's all I'm going to say, because I'm not divulging everything in these free videos. So if you have any questions, let me know. We'll see you in the next video.